Another didn't even teach you who you was. And now we think that they're going to teach us how we're going to get to the kingdom of heaven. This is what we got to start understanding out here in the community. Because a lot of our people got to understand and put this side of themselves of what's good and what's not. But when we read the Bible, we start to understand the things that we thought was good and the things that we thought was okay is really hateful to God.
Bro, why are they punishing us?
You said what?
Why are they punishing black people?
That's all of these people on this sign, the blacks and Hispanics. He said, we are the children of the Most High. Read.
But ye shall die like men.
And that's why we living like this. That's why our communities look like this. Everybody want to know why the black man and the black woman can't be on the same accord is because we don't know God. So he taught you what the Bible actually says. This is what we got to start understanding out here in the community. Because a lot of our people got to understand and put this side of themselves of what's good and what's not. But when we read the Bible, we start to understand the things that we thought was good and the things that we thought was okay is really hateful to God. And that's why we living like this. That's why our communities look like this. Everybody want to know why the black man and the black woman can't be on the same accord is because we don't know God. Question for you right quick. Who does God love?
Bro, why are they punishing us?
You said what?
Why are they punishing black people?
That's what we're gonna get to. Go ahead, my bad, I hear you. People who worship him. Give me Matthew 15. You know what I want. So we that's what you said, and that's based on this world, what they taught you. Now we gonna see what the word of God says. Read that.
The book of Matthew, chapter 15 and verse 24.
This is Jesus Christ. Read.
But he answered and said, I am not sent but unto the lost sheep of the house of Israel.
He said he only sent to who?
The lost sheep of the house of Israel.
So who did Christ just say he was only coming for? The lost sheep of the house of Israel. Now, when you came up here, did you know what your nationality was? That's why he said he's coming for the lost sheep. Because our people in 2025 don't know who we are. When you was in school, how far back did they teach you your history was? So, these people that we follow, that say that teach us God and teach us our education and teach us how to deal one with another, didn't even teach you who you was. And now we think that they're going to teach us how we're going to get to the kingdom of heaven. Now go to 1 Corinthians that I had you hold. Read that.
The book of 1 Corinthians, chapter 15 and verse 33. Be not deceived. Evil communications corrupt good manners.
He said evil communication corrupt good manners. That's everything out in this world. Because go to Psalm chapter 82. I'm going to show you what the Bible says. And then I'm going to ask you again, who does God love? Because this world done taught you different. This world done made you less than. And God said something else. Read that.
Psalms chapter 82, verse 5. They know not. Neither will.
Verse 6.
Psalms 82, verse 6. I have said, ye are gods.
God said that what?
Ye are gods.
God said that we God. All right. But this world will tell you ain't nothing but a nigga. All you good for is sports. The Bible said what?
I have said, ye are gods, and all of you are children of the Most High.
Everybody that this world try to demonize, God said that we are the children of the Most High. All of these people on this sign, the blacks and Hispanics, he said we are the children of the Most High. Read.
But ye shall die like men.
He said, but we gonna die like men. Give me Deuteronomy 28. I'm gonna show you why we die like men. This is real Bible. When you go into that church and they dancing and they singing and you just feel good when you left and you don't know what was going on, You know what that is? That's witchcraft. Believe it or not. There's a lot of witchcraft going on in America. And you fall victim to that. But now we're going to read the Bible, because this is the Spirit of God. So when you start understanding what the Bible is really talking about, then you got the Spirit of God.
Read the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 15.
We're going to read why we are in this condition and who we really are. Read.
But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God.
So if we don't listen to do the commandments, what the brother was just going over, read.
To observe, to do all his commandments and his statutes, which I command thee this day.
If you don't do the commandments that was commanded all the way back in the time of Moses, because this is what time period we at right now. Read.
That all these curses shall come up on thee and overtake thee.
So if we don't do the commandments, what's going to happen to us? We're going to have curses on us. Do the black community got curses on them today? We're going to read some of these curses in this Bible and see if it fit any other people other than the people of God that we out here supposed to be teaching. Read.
Verse 16. Cursed shalt thou be in the city.
So when you go to any city in the worst parts of it, who's going to live there? Black people and Hispanic people. This is how you start to understand who you are in this Bible. Because in 2025 in these churches, they say everybody's equal. That's why you said Christ is going to come back and save anybody who believes on him. But yet, you got put in the condition based on everything that is against God. And now you feel like somehow y'all can still be on equal playing field. Read again.
Cursed shalt thou be in the city.
Read.
And cursed shalt thou be in the field.
He said also you're going to be cursed in the field. What's the field? Working. That's good. That's the fields today. But it's also going into slavery. Because we're still in slavery today. Because most of our jobs is always the bottom of the barrel. We get $30, we think we doing something, but a white man sitting in the office ain't doing nothing all day and he making $200K. How you doing, sister? We out here going over the reasons why black people are in the conditions that we in today. Because we broke the commandments of God. So, cursed are we in the city and cursed are we in the field. This is our living situation. This is our everyday lives. God said we curse. Give me verse 32.
Verse 32. Thy sons and thy daughters shall be given unto another people.
The Bible said our sons and daughters shall be given unto another people. You got kids? All right. So, how are your sons and daughters given into another people? You got to understand. If for it to really hit, you got to understand what's going on. You got to talk to me. Sister, before you walk away, how are blacks and Hispanic sons and daughters given into another people? How are they given into another people? It's talking about slavery, all right? But in 2025, where do you send your kids every day? To school. Who made up that curriculum? White folks. What did they tell you about your history when you was in that school? Exactly. Your sons and your daughters are given it to another people to destroy them from the youth up. That's why they think Cardi B is something to look up to. That's why they think LeBron James is the best black man on the planet. Because they destroying them from the beginning. And God said it would happen to them because our people don't want to follow the commandments of the Lord. He said, you don't want to follow me, I'm going to make you follow other people then, who don't give a damn about you. And then when black men come out and try to teach you, now you so corrupt in the mind, you think we fighting against you. Verse 43, verse 42, read that.
Deuteronomy 28 and verse 42. All thy trees. And
verse 43.
Verse 43. The stranger that is within thee shall get above thee very high.
So he said the strangers that's within thee, because there was some strangers around us at the time. He said they Them people that you see right now, they gonna get above you very high. Read.
And thou shalt come down very low.
Ain't that our condition today? We at the bottom of society. We begging and asking for everything. Read.
He shall lead to thee, and thou shalt not lead to him.
They don't come to us for nothing. The only time white people come to us is when they need a vote. When they need a vote at the polls. And then after they get our vote, they don't do nothing that they said they was gonna do for black people. Because they treat us like toys. Because we follow them like toys. Read.
He shall be the head, and thou shalt be the tail.
He said what?
He shall be the head, and thou shalt be the tail.
White people said it was equality in America. The Bible said what?
He shall be the head, and thou shalt be the tail.
Ain't no equality. God said you either gonna rule or you gonna be at the bottom. Either you gonna listen or I'm gonna reject you. It is what it is. American dream is fake. It's an illusion. It's that witchcraft that I was telling you about, that our people fall victim to in all things. Give me verse 66. I think that's what I want. Read that.
Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 66.
Remember, these are all curses that God put upon us for not following him. Read.
And thy life shall hang in doubt before thee.
He said what?
And thy life shall hang in doubt before thee.
God said, because you don't want to listen to me, your life is going to be in doubt every day that you wake up. Every day that you walk out your house, you got to wonder if another black man is going to kill you today. You got to wonder if them police get behind you, if they going to put you to death today. Read.
And thou shalt fear day and night.
And it's always going to be a certain level of fear in your heart. White man can walk through the hood all day long, ride his bike, ain't nobody gonna do nothing to him. Black people walk in their own communities, and it's a problem. They fear for their life. Read.
And shall have none assurance of thy life.
And you ain't got no assurance. So everything that we go through, we think God don't see it, but he do. But he said, you gotta change yourself before I step in. It's the same thing. We got family members. We got family members on drugs. And some people enable it. And it get worse and worse. But some people got the understanding that guess what? You can't do nothing until he decides that he wants to change. It's the same thing with us and God. Because when you look at the black community, our mind is spiritually on drugs. Black men and black women can't live together in the same household. That's a corrupt mindset. Kids growing up without a father and they thinking it's all right. Women trying to be men and men trying to be women. It's okay to be homosexual in 2025. We are spiritually dead out here. And God said, I'm not going to intervene at all until y'all find something wrong with it. Read verse 68. I'm going to show you exactly how we know that this Bible is talking about us. Through all of these curses, it also is this too. Read it.
Deuteronomy 28 and verse 68. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again.
He said he's going to bring us into Egypt again. What's Egypt today? You look on the back of your dollar bill. What's on there? On the dollar bill. A pyramid. Why is it a pyramid on the back of the dollar bill? Because America customs everything that they do after Egypt. What was the children of Israel in Egypt? You know, sister? What did the children of Israel do in Egypt? What was their role? What was their condition? You don't know? Yeah, read it.
Exodus chapter 20 and verse 2. I am the Lord thy God, which have brought thee out of the land of Egypt.
God said he brought us out of the land of Egypt. Read.
Out of the house of bondage.
What was the land of Egypt? the house of bondage. So the same way we were slaves in Egypt, the same way we slaves today. The same way when Moses took them out of Egypt, they said, look, we can go back to Egypt. It was good there. The same way we can understand all the curses that we go through as black people right now. Let God come take black people out of America right now. They're going to say, no, I want to go back. I could go get a cheeseburger right down the street for $5. I could go turn on the TV and chill. The weed man was right down the street. Even though the police was in our neighborhood, I know if I called him, he was going to get that black man kicked out of my damn house because he's tripping right now. Read.
Exodus 20.
No, go back to Deuteronomy.
Deuteronomy 28 and verse 68. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt.
He said he's going to bring us back into Egypt, meaning back into slavery.
Again, with ships.
How did you get over here as a people? With slave ships. God got your history in the Bible.
All right.
He letting you know that I'm talking to you and only you. But now you got to accept God. God had already told you what it is. From all the way back in Exodus, he said, I'm going to tell you what your life going to be like. If you obey me, it can be wonderful. If you don't, you see the fruits of it. Read.
Again, with ships, by the way whereof I spake unto thee, thou shalt see it no more again.
He said you wasn't going to see your homeland again. That's what he's talking about. Read.
And there ye shall be sold unto your enemies.
You shall be what?
Ye shall be sold unto your enemies.
So who is your enemies then? Who? All praises. A lot of our people don't believe it. Because the Bible teaches us that the devil is amongst us. The white man is the devil. What is devil? The word devil. The word devil means deceiver. The white man deceived you in everything that you did. But guess what? Thanks to these Christian churches that they set up, they got our people thinking that the devil is some man with a pitchfork in hell poking everybody because they ain't do what the white man told them to do. Where we at? Read the ending part.
Your enemies. And there ye shall be sold unto your enemies for bondmen and bondwomen, and no man shall buy you.
He said no man shall redeem us. The only one that's going to redeem us out of this situation is Christ.
Sons of God! We're going to take this city. We're going to take the kingdom. We're going to rule them hard. This is war! This is war! This is war! I'm here for the win, well, to get it again. The Lord call it taking the kingdom. Want what's mine? Taking my time, turning and taking your freedom. Risen from the ashes, after the lashes, call it a beautiful tragedy. We've been on the brink of insanity. It's the end of your days like calamity. Adding in, grab a friend for the finale. Curtain call on a heathen. We want forever and a day. Why would the pastor lie and say it's your season? Drop a bomb on them, Hiroshima. Drop a bomb on them cause they need it. Scrub it down, planet need a cleaning. Vagabond gone like I'm dreaming.